traces. Shall we discuss about traces or not, ma? Last class, is it completed, traces? Traces completed or not? In straight lines, we complete traces or not in last class?
No, no, ma'am.
No. Sai Kumar, ఓన్లీ సాయి కుమార్ రెస్పాండ్ అవుతాడమ్మా, మిగిలిన ఎవరు రెస్పాండ్ గారా? నేను 1 by 1 పికప్ చేస్తాను మీరు ఇలా అయితే. ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ వేస్ట్ టైం. We are short in, already we are running short in time. And you know one thing, from March 8th, you have offline laboratories. Do you know that? So before March 8th, we need to complete the total theory. And after March 8th, you need to come to college and you can have some time to prepare, to practice in laboratory here. So before that, you practice at home. So if you have any doubts, we will clarify at that time. First, note down the definition of trace. Trace. Intersection of an object. Intersection of an object with reference plane. Intersection of an object with reference plane is a trace. Intersection of object with reference plane is a trace. You know the definition of trace of a line. Trace of a line. When a line is inclined, when a line is inclined or perpendicular to a plane, when a line is inclined or perpendicular to a plane, comma, it will meet that plane. It will meet that plane at one point. It will meet that plane at one point. First of the point at which the line meets the plane. The point at which the line meets the plane is called its trace. Is called its trace. Next line. The point of intersection of line. The point of intersection of line with HP. The point of intersection of line with HP is called horizontal trace. Is called horizontal trace. And that with VP, and that with VP is called vertical trace. Is called vertical trace. Short form, we take HT and VT. Horizontal plane we take HP, vertical plane VP, same way. horizontal trace HT, vertical trace VT. Next line. Trace of a line is a point. Trace of a line is a point, comma, trace of a plane. Trace of a plane is a line. Is a line, and trace of a solid. Trace of a solid is a plane. Is a plane. Next line, next point. When a line is parallel to HP, when a line is parallel to HP, there is no horizontal trace. There is no HT. There is no horizontal trace. And when a line is parallel to VP, when a line is parallel to VP, comma, there is no vertical trace. There is no vertical trace. You see here, is it visible, ma? See, this is the first quadrant, horizontal plane and vertical plane. Suppose when the line is perpendicular to horizontal plane, in this position when the line is there, suppose if we extend the line downwards or upwards, any side, if we extend the line, it will touch the horizontal plane at one point. So this point we called as a trace. It touches horizontal plane, that is why we call this as a horizontal trace. Similarly, if the line is perpendicular to vertical plane, if we extend this line, it is parallel to horizontal plane. So when it is parallel to horizontal plane, if we extend the line also, we don't get any intersection point. When it is perpendicular only, if we extend the line, we get one intersection point here on the vertical plane. So this we called as a vertical trace. Suppose when the line is parallel this way, parallel to both the planes. When the line is parallel to both the planes, if you extend the line, right side or left side, if you extend the line, do you get any intersection with the planes? Here we don't get any intersection because the line is parallel to horizontal plane and parallel to vertical plane. So we don't get any intersection point. So in those cases, there is no trace, no horizontal trace as well as no vertical trace. Only when the line is perpendicular or inclined, then only we get the trace. Suppose if the line is inclined like this, in this position. If we extend the line, it will meet the plane at one point. So this point we call as a trace. So when the line touches the plane, reference plane, it will meet at one point. The intersection is a point. So the trace of a line is a point. Same way, if you take a plane, suppose if you take a plane, if you extend this plane, the point of intersection, the intersection is a straight line in case of planes. So the trace of a plane is a straight line. Similarly, the trace of a solid is a plane. The trace of a line is a point. Okay. So simply when you the intersection between the object and the reference planes is a trace. When the intersection is on horizontal plane, this that we call as horizontal trace. When the intersection is with vertical plane, that we call as a vertical trace. Simple. Okay. Now, last class, I think all of you have the problems, last class problems with you. Last class, we did some problems, line perpendicular to the planes. See, these are last class problems. So in this problem. See here. See here, the line is parallel to both the planes, both horizontal plane and vertical plane. So in this position, do we get the trace or not? That means if we extend the line this way or this way, it will not touch anywhere, the plane, here or here. That means it will not touch XY line also in this diagram. So we don't have any trace when the line is parallel to both the planes. So in this case, to write here, no horizontal trace, no HT, and no VT. Because it is parallel to both the, so there is no HT and no VT, no horizontal trace and no vertical trace. Please note down in your notebooks the first problem of lines. Similarly, in the second problem, here also the line is parallel to both the planes. Here also we don't have any traces. And coming to third problem, here the line is perpendicular to horizontal plane, parallel to vertical plane. So which trace we get? When the line is parallel to vertical plane, what about trace?
With HT.
We have only HT. We don't have VT, vertical trace, because the line is parallel to vertical plane. So there is no vertical trace. So here you write no vertical trace. Where we get horizontal trace? This is the line perpendicular. So the line touches the plane here. In the top view, you can able to see the horizontal trace. So this point becomes the horizontal trace. The point B becomes the horizontal trace. Similarly, in this problem, which trace we get in this problem?
Both man,
This is
HT and VT.
This is also line perpendicular to horizontal plane. Line perpendicular to horizontal plane. Which trace we get? We
Ma'am,
don't get both. It is parallel.
ma'am,
It is
no ma'am, perpendicular
HT,
to
ma'am.
HP in the VP, ma'am.
in the VP means total line is in the VP, not one corner, right? So if the total line is in the VP, we get the projection on XY here. This one. Here we get on XY. So this we don't take this as a trace. If it touches a horizontal plane, only we take trace. But here it touches XY line, not horizontal plane. So we don't take horizontal trace here. Sorry, vertical trace. We don't. It will not touch the. This is only perpendicular to horizontal plane. So we get only the horizontal trace because it is perpendicular to horizontal plane. But the total length of line, total 60 mm line is in the VP. So total line touches the VP, not at single point. So we don't take vertical trace here. We take only the horizontal trace. Same as before. The line should touch in a point. So no vertical trace. Same thing. Horizontal trace is this point, point P. And for this problem, in these two, the line perpendicular to vertical plane, right? Last two problems. Line perpendicular to vertical plane means which trace we get? We get vertical trace. Because it is perpendicular to vertical plane, parallel to horizontal plane. Parallel to horizontal plane means no horizontal trace. We get only vertical trace, and this point B dash is the vertical trace. Similarly, this problem also, it is perpendicular to vertical plane parallel to horizontal plane, or contained by horizontal plane, no horizontal trace. And this point is the same, this point B dash is the vertical trace. Okay. Now, in next today's problem, the line is inclined to one plane. It is given as the line is inclined to horizontal plane at an angle of 30 degrees. See this one? It is at an angle of 30 degrees with horizontal plane in this direction. So this inclination is 30 degrees with horizontal plane. The length of line is given 60 mm. The length is 60 mm. Inclination is 30 degrees with horizontal plane. Its one end is 20 mm above it. So one end, this height is 20 mm. This inclination is 30 degrees. Parallel to and 30 mm in front of VP. It is parallel to VP. Total line is parallel to VP. And distance from VP is 30 mm. In front of VP, 30 mm. So, from this class onwards, we get one more term, true length of line. So, what is the true length of line given in the problem? 60 millimeters is the true length of the line which is given. So, when we see the line in front view or in top view, in which view we can able to see the true length of the line. Please respond. In which view we can able to see the true length of the line? This is the position of the line, inclined position, inclined to horizontal
Front
plane.
view.
In front view, right? In front view, we can able to see the inclined line. So we can able to see the total length of the line. So in front view, we can get the true length of the line. In top view, if you project two ends, this end point and this end point of the line, we get one straight line in the top view, but the length of the line is less than the actual length. Agreed or not? In top view, we get the reduced length. We don't get the true length of the line. Only in the front view, we get the true length of the line. So where we get the true length of the line, we start the problem with that view. So this is the true length. In this problem, we get the true length in front view. So we start the problem with front view. So see, first draw XY line. Keep ortho on. XY line. Now, already we discussed any distances or angles with respect to HP are visible in front view. This sentence I have given already. Any distances or angles with respect to HP are visible in front view. With respect to VP are visible in top view. So where we get front view, above XY or below XY? Front view.
Above XY.
We get front view above XY, top view below XY. So distances or angles with HP are visible in front view means those distances or angles we need to keep above XY. And with respect to VP, that distances we need to keep below XY because top view is below XY. So here, what are the distances or angles with respect to HP in the problem? With respect to HP, what are the distances or angles given? Please respond, ma. With respect to HP, which are given in the problem. With respect to VP, which are given. Please respond. What are the distances or angle with respect to HP? With respect to HP, what is the distance?
60 mm.
60 mm is the length of the line. That is not the distance from HP. From HP, the distance is one end is 20 mm
20 mm.
above it. 20 mm. One end is 20 mm above it, above HP. So 20 mm is the distance of one end of line from HP. And 30 degrees is the angle with HP. So 30 degrees and 20 mm. These two are the distance and angles with respect to HP. So these two are visible in front view. That means these two are visible above XY line. Similarly, with respect to VP, the line is parallel to and 30 mm in front of VP. So from VP, the distance is 30 mm, but it is parallel. So this 30 mm is visible in top view. That is below XY line, 30 mm is visible. And the line is parallel means we get parallel line to XY line. It is inclined to HP means we get inclined line to XY in front view. Parallel to VP means we get a parallel line to XY in top view. Okay, very simple actually. Front view above line, top view below line. Anything with respect to HP, we put above the line. Anything with respect to VP, you put below the line, simply. If it is inclined to horizontal plane, it is inclination is visible in front view, so we get inclined line in front view. It is parallel to vertical plane, we get parallel line in top view. Okay. Anything with respect to VP is top view, that is below line. Anything with respect to HP is in front view, above line. So here it is parallel to vertical plane. This parallel line is visible in top view because it is with vertical plane. So we get top view. We get parallel line in top view. That is below XY, we get parallel line. Above XY, we get inclined line. Okay. So 20 and 30 degrees are visible above the line. So 20 mm, first draw, take 20 mm distance from any point, take 20. Right. Now we need to draw inclined line at an inclination of 30 degrees. So here you do one thing. This is polar tracking. This is off. If you on this polar tracking, see if you click this arrow mark, see 30 degrees is highlighted here, 30, 60, 90, 120. So for every 30 degrees, it will show the angle. See here, this is 0 degrees. After 0, it will show at 30 degrees only when we move the mouse. This is 30 degrees. And then it show at 60 degrees. Every 30 degrees, it will show the angle. Now, I put at 30 degrees inclination exactly. What is the length of the line? 60.
60 mm.
You type 60. Enter. So at an inclination of 30 degrees, the length of line is 60. You get this here. Okay. Now, keep ortho on. Now, in front of VP, what is the distance? 30 mm. So take 30. And here also you take 30. Draw a line. Now put the points. Points not visible. Change the point style. PD type. I already gave the command PD type. So instead of dot, you take some circle. Size 3. Like this, we get the points. Okay, now above the line, one end of the line, dimensions are also not visible. How you change the dimensions? Dimension style. Dimension style. Dim style. Modify. Arrows. Arrow size. And text size. Units. We don't want decimals. Take without decimals. Okay. And then you click on set current. If you click on set current, it will automatically update it to all diagrams. 20. And in front of VP 30. Length of line. Length of line is 60. So for this is inclined line. We need to take aligned dimensions. Instead of linear, we take aligned. 60. And here, this angle we need to show. We take angular dimension. This line, this line. That degrees. And this one, 52. So 60 mm line looks like 52 mm in top view because it is in inclined position. So we don't get the actual length of the line. Here we can see the reduced length. So reduced length is 52. Now after that you need to give the text here. X, Y, and this is A dash, B dash, and this is A, this is B. There is text.
So the resistance is measured by causing a small measure okay. So it is measuring the voltage of the two basically what is negative temperature quotient and positive temperature quotient.
Where is the text?
Quadratic equation.
We get all text here.
What is the Fourier's law? Fourier's law.
And one more thing is we will see text again. And here we need to show the traces. So which trace we get here? The line is parallel to VP. So if it is parallel to VP, we don't get the horizontal trace, right?
Negative gradient. Negative gradient in the temperature. So that's why Q is equal to the equation.
Next height. Set current. So which trace we get, ma? When the line is parallel to vertical plane, which trace we get? Which trace we get?
HT.
We get HT. We don't get VT. So no VT. So we get only HT. So how you get HT? It is inclined. So if you extend the line, we get it will touch the reference line at one point. That point is taken as the horizontal trace. So first we need to extend the line, inclined line, to get the intersection point. So here, this is the inclined line in front of you. We need to extend. So to extend this line onto this reference line XY, we go for extend command. So this is trim command. In this trim only, we have extend also. Extend. Trim and extend both are twin commands. See, yeah, if you go to trim command, see here. Trim objects to meet the edges. Extend. So see here, select objects. Select objects means which object we need to select means first we select the boundary. This inclined line we need to extend up to this XY line, up to this reference line. So this reference line is the boundary to extend this line. So first select the boundary, XY line. Enter. Now which line we need to extend? This inclined line. Select this line. It will extend up to that boundary line XY. Okay, now we get one point here. Put this point here. Now, from this point, you need to draw a projector. Projector means this from front view to top view, A dash to A, this line. This is one projector, B dash to B. This is one projector. So parallel to this, we need to draw one more projector. Like this. Now onto this projector, extend the top view. So this is top view, AB. If we extend this top view onto this projector, we get this line. So this is the intersection point. This intersection point is the trace. So this we call as a horizontal trace, HT. So you need to extend the line onto the reference line. From that point, draw a projector. Onto this projector, extend the top view. This intersection is the trace. This is parallel to vertical plane, so we don't get vertical trace. But it is perpendicular, inclined to horizontal plane, so that's why we get horizontal trace. So this is about extension. And if you want to trim means whatever the extra parts, those parts we can remove using the trim command. So this is see, we will also see trim command now. Trim. Select objects. Here also same thing. First we need to select the boundary lines. Suppose I want to delete this line. After this intersection point, I don't want this line, this extra line. So if I want to remove this line, this is a single line from X to here. This is a single line. But I want this part. I don't want this part. So to trim this line, to cut this line, which is the boundary, this horizontal line is the boundary line. So first select the boundary. Enter. Now remove this. If you select this, that will go on. This is about trim. And here see, when you go to trim, select object, see at the bottom, select object to trim or shift select to extend. That is why I told these two are twin commands. After select the boundary, now we are in trim command only. In trim command also we can operate extend command. If after selecting the boundary, if you select the object, that object got trimmed. Or if you press the shift button and select the object, that object get extended. Similarly, if you go to extend command also same. If you directly select the object will get extended. If you select shift and select, that is trim. Opposite. If you press shift button, if you are in trim command, it will take extend command. And if you are in extend command and press shift button, it will take trim command. Okay, like that. So Like that, we trim the objects or we extend the objects. Only thing you need to remember is when you select the object, first you select the boundaries. After that, press enter and then you need to select the objects which you want to trim or which you want to extend. Okay. Next, note on the next problem. The line CD, CD 65 mm long, the line CD 65 mm long, inclined at 60 degrees to VP, inclined at 60 degrees to VP, and one end 15 mm 15 mm in front of it, 15 mm in front of it, comma, parallel to and 25 mm above HP, parallel to and 25 mm above HP. Draw its projections and locate its traces. Draw its projections and locate its traces. In this previous problem also, if you want to change the color of front view and top views, you can change for clear visibility. First draw XY line. So this is inclined to vertical plane. So where we get inclined line? Above HP or below HP?
Below HP.
Below HP we get inclined line at an angle of 60 degrees. And one more condition is one end is 15 mm in front of VP. So from VP 15 mm means we put that 15 mm also we put below XY. And parallel to and 25 mm above HP. Above HP 25 mm is above XY 25 mm. So first we need to, where we get the true shape of the line in this problem? Front view or top view? Where we get the true shape?
Top view.
Top view we get true shape. So first draw the top view. So to draw the top view, one end of the line is 15 mm in front of VP. So first you take one point at 15 mm. Enter. Now we need to draw inclined line. Please listen all of you. In the earlier case, how we draw inclined line? We keep this polar tracking on, and for every 30 degrees it will show the tracking. So always the tracking is shown in anti-clockwise direction. Now down 60 degrees means how much is the value in anti-clockwise direction? What is the angle in anti-clockwise direction?
300.
300. Very good. 300. So here it will show 0, 330. Here it will show 300. So in this direction we keep the mouse and you simply type the length of line. The length of line is 65. That is one method. Already we did this method in the previous problem. And there is one more thing. Here directly you can type. So what is the length of line? First you type at the rate. The meaning of at the rate is, that is from the previous point. Which is the previous point? This is the previous point now. From this previous point, if you give at the rate from this previous point, it will take the values. From this point, how much is the length of line? How much is the length of line? 65. 65 is the length of line. And angle is how much? To show the angle, we press less than symbol. 65 is the length of line. Less than, after less than what you give the value, that will taken as the angle. So what is the angle now here? angle. How
300.
much is that? 300. 60 degrees in clockwise direction. So we take anti-clockwise direction 300. So 65 is the length of line. At the rate means from this point. From previous, at the rate, meaning of at the rate is always from previous point. So from this point, now we need to draw 65 mm line at an angle of 60. So length of line is 65 less than angle is 300 in anti-clockwise direction. You can give 300 directly, or if you have any confusion, angles are always measured in anti-clockwise direction, but here the angle given in the problem is 60 degrees. We need to put in clockwise. So instead of 300, we can type minus 60. Plus 300 also okay. No need to put plus symbol. Directly 300 you can type. Or we can type minus 60. If you measure in clockwise direction, we put minus symbol. If you measure in anti-clockwise direction, we directly give the value. So at the rate 65 less than 300 is also okay, or 65 less than minus 60 is also okay. Enter. So at an inclination of 60 degrees, we get a line of 65 mm. So instead of tracking, if you keep this tracking on and slowly if you move the mouse, you can get the value. All these things are not necessary. Directly you can type here on the command prompt. Now, in the front view, how much is the distance, ma? Distance in front view, how much? Parallel to and 25 mm above HP. So 25. This side also 25 because parallel, so both sides 25. Join. Right. Now put the points. Right. Now this is the length, angle 60 degrees. So you need to show the angle. Length is in the front view, it is away from 25 mm away. Top view, one end is at a distance of 15 mm, and the length of line is 65 mm. In the front view, this 65 mm is visible as 33 mm only. Because inclination is 60 degrees is there, so we get only 33 mm in front view. Okay, now how you get, so this front view and top view, keep in other color. Now, how we get the trace? Which trace we get? First tell me which trace we get. Which trace we get, ma?
Vertical trace.
We get vertical trace because it is parallel to horizontal plane. So we don't have horizontal trace. We get only vertical trace. C dash and D dash. This point is C. This point is D. Line CD. Here we don't have the horizontal trace. So no horizontal trace. So how you get trace now? We need to extend this line. Go to extend command. See, instead of extend command, I will take trim command to show you. Trim means actually it cuts the object. Extend is extend the object, but we go to trim command now. Select objects. This is the border boundary. XY line. Enter. Now we need to extend this line. So select object to trim or Shift to select to extend. Now I press the shift button and I select this object. It will extend. So we get the intersection point somewhere here. This is the point. From this point, now what we do? We need to draw a projector. All are here only. I just remove this dimension. Draw the projector and extend this top view onto this. Now we get a intersection point. This point is the vertical trace. Okay. Like this we do. Next problem. A 100 mm long line. A 100 mm long line is parallel to and 40 mm above HP is parallel to and 40 mm above HP. Its two ends are 25 mm and 50 mm, 25 mm and 50 mm in front of VP, 25 mm and 50 mm in front of VP respectively.
Ma'am, once again, you repeat the question.
A 100 mm long line is parallel to and 40 mm above HP. Its two ends are 25 mm and 50 mm in front of VP respectively. Draw its projections and find its inclination with VP. Draw its projections and find its inclination with VP. See what is given here. Length of line is given 100 mm and it is parallel to and 40 mm above HP. So where you get the true length of line? It is parallel to HP, inclined to VP. So we get true length in the top view. So first we need to draw the top view here. In the top view, angle is not given to you. In the previous problem, 60 degrees is given, but in this problem, instead of angle, what is given? One end is at 25 mm, other end is at 50 mm in front of VP. That is given. So at 25 mm and 50 mm, we need to draw the lines. So first at 25 mm and another 25. So this is at 125 This is it, and the 25. That means from here 25, 50. One end is at 25, other end is at 50. So first we draw parallel lines at 25 and 50 mm. So the same line you need to draw one more parallel line to xy here, one more parallel line to xy here. So directly you take line command and you can draw the lines, and I will show you how to copy the lines. You take direct line command also, not a problem, but I want to show you the copy command. So this is the this is copy command. Take copy command, select objects. Which object we need to copy? This line. I select, enter. Specify base point. So this point I taken as the base point. Specify second point. So I want to put here. Multiple copies we get. If you don't want, you just come out of the command like this. Now remove these points. I just want to show how to draw the parallel lines, that's all. Now this is XY line, top line is XY line. One end of the line is at 25 mm, other end is at 50 mm. So on this 25 mm, take one point as one end of the line. One point on 25 mm line. This is one end point of the line, and another end point is on this 50 mm line. So how you get the other end point on this 50 mm line? We take one end point on 25 mm line. How you get another point, other end of the line on this 50 mm? How you get? How you get, ma? How you get? The length of line is 100 mm. So take this point as center, 100 mm as radius. You draw an arc here to cut this line. So we get this one point here. So join these 2 points, we get 100 mm line. Right. So for drawing arc, we are having many options. Start, center, end, start, center, angle, like that. But here we don't know. We know starting point. We don't know starting and end point of the arc. We know only center. And here we know only center and we don't know angle and start. So these options are not suitable to draw the arc here on this line. So instead of arc option, we go to circle option. I take circle option. This is the center of circle. I specify this point as center. And radius is 100. I give 100 as radius of circle. Enter. So with 100 mm radius, a circle is drawn. So this is center of circle with 100 mm radius. So this is the intersection on 50 mm line. So put one point here. Here, right? Now remove this circle. Circle is not required. So this is 100 now, 100 mm. From take this point as center with 100 mm as radius, we cut an arc. We get this point here. Now join these two. We get the line in top view. Right. Now in front view, how to draw in front view? How much is the distance in front view with respect to HP? 40 mm. 40 mm above HP. Here also, and here also 40 mm. This is front view, drawing front view. Okay. So line is at a distance of 40 mm from HP. One end of line is at 25 mm, other end is at 50 mm. And the length of line is 100. 100 line is visible as 97. This is 100. Right? Now give the text. X, Y. This is front view. So A dash, B dash, C, B. So we need to find out the angle that is asked in the problem. What is the angle made by the line with vertical plane? So this is the angle. 14 degrees. Right? This is front view. This is top view. Okay. All these are line inclined to one plane only, parallel to other plane. We will do one more problem, inclined to one plane. Later on we shift to inclined to both planes. Now the next problem. First you note down the diagram roughly on your notebook. Later on, after the class, you can practice in AutoCAD. Next problem. The top view of a 75 mm long line. The top view of a 75 mm long line measures 55 mm. Measures 55 mm. The line is in the VP. The line is in the VP, comma, its one end being 25 mm above HP. Its one end being 25 mm above HP. First up, draw its projections. Draw its projections. Here also angle is not given. Instead of angle, the top view length is given to you. Top view of a 75 mm long line measures 55 mm. The line is in the VP. The line is in the VP means where you get the
Ma'am, inclined plane is in below XY, ma'am.
inclined
Inclined plane is below XY plane, ma'am. For this question.
in this problem.
Yes, ma'am.
It is above XY because here the top view of a 75 mm long line measures 55 mm. Actual length of line is 75, but the top view length is 55. If you see the previous problem, this problem, actual length of line is 100, but front view length is 97 because it is parallel to HP. Inclined to, where it is inclined, there we get the true length of line. Here, actual length is 75 mm, true length is 75 mm. So, where we can able to see the true length, there we get the inclination. Here, top view is 55. In the top view, we can't see true length. Top view length is only 55. So, in the front view, we can able to see the inclination. Right? So, here, the line is in the VP. In the VP means where you get the top view. The line is in the VP. Where you get the top view? Actually, we get top view below XY if there is some distance from VP. But here the line is in the VP. So where you get the top view? Where do you get the top view, ma? We get top view on XY, right? If it is in front of VP, we get below XY. From VP, it is 10 mm away, like that it is given. It is below XY, we get a 10 mm. But here that distance is not there from VP. The line is in the VP. So the top view we get on XY. What is the length of top view? 55 mm is the length of top view. So from here, draw a line with 55 on XY only. This is 55. Okay, on XY. Now we need to draw the front view. We draw top view first here. So front view inclination is not given. Only thing is one end is 25 mm above HP. So one end of line is 25 mm above HP. From here take 25 mm. Right. Here we get the one end of the line. So other end with some inclination, because actual length is 75, top view length is 55 only. So how you get the other end here? How you get the other end? Draw one projector from here. Now how you get the other end, ma'am? Take this point as center, radius as 75 mm. Take circle, center is this one, radius is 75, true length of line. This circle cuts this projector here. Put a point here. Remove this circle. Now join. Now see the dimension. Actual length of line is 75. Take a line dimension. Top view length is 55. One end is at 25. Inclination is not given. Only these three are given in the problem. Right. The text. X, Y. This is A dash. This is B. Right. This is front view. Okay. You need to practice slowly. You can able to understand. Every day, at least for 2 or 3 classes, every day in the evening, you take the same problems what we discussed in the class and try to draw on your own, and you cross check with the result. So you can able to understand. Next put the heading line inclined to both planes. Line inclined to both planes. Line inclined to both planes. Not any problem. A line AB, a line AB 75 mm long. A line AB 75 mm long is inclined at 45 degrees, is inclined at 45 degrees to HP, is inclined at 45 degrees to HP, and 30 degrees to VP. A line AB 75 mm long is inclined at 45 degrees to HP and 30 degrees to VP. 30 degrees to VP. Its one end A. One end A is its one end A is 25 mm in front of VP. Its one end A is 25 mm in front of VP. in front of VP and 30 mm above HP. Draw its projections. Draw its projections. So here, instead of one inclination, the line is inclined to both the planes. Line AB inclined 45 degrees to HP, 30 degrees to VP. One end is 25 mm in front of VP, 30 mm above HP. Now first draw. XY line. For any problem, first we draw XY line. See, in these two inclinations, 45 degrees to HP is given, 30 degrees to VP is given. In these two inclinations, first we take only one inclination. We take only 45 degrees to HP. We don't consider 30 degrees to VP. First we consider one inclination, after that we consider another inclination. Okay. So first we consider 45 degrees to HP. And before that, one end is 25 mm in front of VP. So 25 mm in front of VP means copy this same line. Copy. Select this line. Enter. At which distance we want one end of line? In front of VP, 25 mm. So 25, type 25. Enter. So at 25 we get one line. And above HP, how much is the distance? 30 mm above HP. So 30. Enter. So we don't want any other lines. So this center line is XY. So below this line, one end is 25 mm in front of VP and 30 mm above HP. So we take one line 25 mm below XY, 30 mm above XY. So one end of line is on this line in top view, on this line in front view. Now we consider only 45 degrees inclination. So So 45 degrees to horizontal plane. Now first take one point anywhere on this line. Somewhere here I took one point, and from here draw the projector. You get one more point here in the below X in the top view. One end is 30 mm above HP, 25 mm in front of VP. So one end A we take. So this is A dash in front view, A in top view. Right. Now this is A dash and this is A. At this line here, on this line only we get A dash. So this line we call as locus of A dash, and this line we call as locus of A. So locus of A dash means first we draw XY line, and it is given in the problem end A is 25 mm in front of VP. So at 25 mm we draw another line parallel to XY. This line we called as locus of A, because in the VP we take A, in the front view we take A dash. So 30 mm above HP. At 30 mm we take one more line. This line we called as locus of A dash. So select one point, any one point here or there, take as A dash and draw the projector to get another point on locus of A. So on this locus of A dash we take A dash point. On this locus of A we take A point. But A dash and A, these two should be on the same projector. Now 45 degrees to horizontal plane. Take these three lines. Different color. How you put 45 degrees here? Take line command. This is starting point. And have you brought 45 degrees line? And length of line is how much? 75 mm. At the rate 75 less than inclination is 45 degrees. 45. Enter. You get 45 degrees line. On the other end, we get a point here. So now, from this point, you draw a line parallel to this locus. Again, copy this line. I think we don't get this line exactly. Same parallel line we copy from here to here. Now this line we call as a locus of B dash. So on this line, anywhere on this line, we get the point B dash. That is the meaning. Draw parallelly. Somewhere here on this line, this is A dash locus, we get A dash point. On locus A, we get E. Now this is 75 mm line at an inclination of 45 degrees. Now what is this point now? This point is what? B1 dash. This is B1 dash, not B dash. Why we take B1 dash, not B dash? Because here we give only one inclination, 45 degrees. The line is inclined 30 degrees to VP also. But instead of, we are not considering 30 degrees to VP. We consider only 45 degrees. So this is not the final position of B dash. That is why we take this as B1 dash. Now from this B1 dash, draw the projector onto the locus of A dash. Now we put point here. This is B1 dash means this point becomes B1. Okay, now put another inclination. Another inclination is what? 30 degrees to PP. So from this point A, put 30 degrees. 30 degrees means in this direction, in clockwise direction, how much is the angle? At the rate, length of
330.
330. Length of line is 75 less than 330. Or we can give minus 30 also. 360 minus 30, 330. Or directly if you want to give 30, you give minus 30. Enter. Okay. Now we get another end point of line. Now through this also, we need to draw a locus. Now this is this point is taken as B2. And this is the locus of B. This is locus of B dash, but we don't get the P dash because here we take only 45 degrees angle. Here this is locus of B. We get locus of B, but we don't get the point B because this is only inclination 30. We are not considering 45 inclination. Only we consider only single inclination here. If you consider both inclinations, then you get the actual points B and B dash. So first we get only locus lines. Later on we get the actual endpoints. Now draw the projector from this B2 onto the locus A dash. Keep one point here. Now this point is, how you indicate this point? B2 dash. Now see, this is the true length of line. True length 75 mm. This 75 mm looks like AB1 in the top view. This is the top view length. In the same way, in the top view AB2, this is the true length of line. This 75 mm looks like A dash B2 dash. That is reduced length in the front view. Now this is the front view length. A dash B2 dash is the front view length. But the point B should be on this locus of B dash, not here. This is locus of A dash. So point A dash should be here. Point B dash should come here. But the length A dash B dash is this one. So we need to rotate. Take arc option. Specify starting point of arc. This is starting point of arc. Center. This is center of arc. End point. It will touch somewhere here. Nearest. It will show nearest. Like this, we need to draw the arc. Or if you have any confusion in drawing the arc, better you go to circle option. Take circle. This is center of circle. This is radius. We draw the circle. So we want only this part of the circle. The remaining part we don't want. So what we do? Go to trim. Trim option. It is asking select objects. You select all objects, not a problem. And which part you want to delete? This part. It is not working properly. Like this we draw arc. Whichever is easy to draw, you will take that option, circle or arc, anything, not a problem. Now we'll get one point here. This point is now, what is this point now? Point B dash. This is B dash. Now join A dash and B dash. This is the actual front view. This is the actual front view of the line. This is actual front view. And to get the actual top view, same thing. This A, B1. We need to rotate this B1 onto the locus of B. Because we want B value, but we know the locus of B. So you take A center, AB1 radius, you rotate. You get onto the locus of B. So take arc option. Start, center, end. Starting point of arc. This one, center. Oh, it is not possible to draw with arc because arc is drawn in anti-clockwise direction. But here we want in clockwise direction. So take circle option, center, radius. Now we want only this part. Remaining part we want to delete. So go to trim option, objects, and trim this part. Now put one point here. This point is B. Now join A and B. So this is the final top view, AB. So A dash A should be on same projector. Same way, B dash and B should be also on the same projector. Then only the problem is correct. So the finally, this is projector A dash A, B dash B, and this is top view. So this A dash B dash is front view, A B is top view. These two are the projectors from A and B. This is the problem. So first here A dash B1 dash means we consider only 45 degrees inclination. Here A B2 means we consider only 30 degrees inclination. If you consider both 45 and 30 degrees inclination, we get A dash B dash and AB. So in the first step, what we do, we take one inclination 45 degrees, we get the other end this end. So here we draw a locus line. This is, we get locus of B dash. Here also same, we put 30 degrees inclination, we get the other end of the line. This other end, through this other end, if you draw the line, locus line, that is locus of B. That means on this locus of B, we get a point B anywhere. Same way on this locus of B dash, we get the point B dash anywhere on this locus. So instead of getting B dash and B points, we get the locus of B dash and locus of B in the first step. So in the second step, simply this is the length of the line in front view. This we rotate. If you see the previous problem, see here it is inclined to horizontal plane. So in the top view, we get the reduced length. This is the actual top view length. AB is the top view length. Actual length is 75, but in the top view, we get only 55. Here also same. Actual length is 75. That is this one, this white line. This is 75. But the reduced length is this one, AB1. This is reduced length. This reduced length, we want at an inclination, not parallel, because the line is not parallel to VP. It is also inclined. So we take this length AB1, but we move the point B1 to the locus of B. Similarly, if we take actual inclination 30 degrees, this is 75 mm line, but we get a reduced length A dash B2 dash in the front view. But this A dash B2 dash is the distance in front, length in front view. But the point B dash should be on the locus of B dash. That is why keep A dash constant, we rotate this point onto that locus. So the same length is maintained. This A dash B dash length and this A dash B2 dash length, both are same. First we get the locus and the length. Then we need to shift the point onto that locus. Here also first we get locus and length. We shift this point B1 onto this locus. Understood or not? Or if you have any confusion, better you write the numbers here. First what you do, first you draw XY line. After that you put point A dash and A. That means first you draw a line at 25 mm, a line at 30 mm. So on this you write the numbers on your notebook. But if you have, then only you, where you start the problem, where you finish the problem, you can able to understand. Here you write 1. Here also 1. These two lines we draw first. After XY line, first we draw locus of A dash, locus of A at a distance of 30 and 25. After that, what we do? We draw this line at an inclination of 45 degrees given in the problem. This is 2. After 2, what we do? We draw this projector. This projector 3. At the same time, we get this locus also 3. Okay. Now what we do? We draw this line in the top view 4. After getting this line, we get this locus also. This is also 4. Fourth step. And in the fifth step, what we do? We rotate. This is fifth. Here also we rotate here. Fifth. Finally, we get this line. 6. 6. If you have any confusion in your notebook, roughly you draw, you write the sequence. Where we start at 1 and we finish at 6. Okay. Note down next problem. The front view and top view. The front view and top view The front view and top view of a 75 mm long line. The front view and top view of a 75 mm long line. The front view and top view of a 75 mm long line measures 50 mm and 60 mm respectively. 50 mm and 60 mm respectively. Its one end is at a distance of its one end is at a distance of its one end is at a distance of 20 mm. Its one end is at a distance of 20 mm from both HP and VP. Its one end is at a distance of 20 mm from both HP and VP. Draw the projections. Draw the projections. And here one more thing. In the previous problem, this is the angle given 45 degrees. And this is the angle given 30 degrees. These two are given in the problem. But actual final front view is this line, red color line. Final top view is this red color line. The angles with this red color line is different. Actual angle is given 45, but we get different angle, 55 degrees. This 55 degrees we called as alpha. This 45 degrees, the angle with respect to HP is given as is taken as theta and phi. These two we called as alpha and beta. In your notebook, you note down this is 45 degrees. Note down theta and phi in this problem. Below this problem, you note down theta and phi are angles made by true length of line. Theta and phi are angles made by true length of line. Angles made by true length of line with HP and VP respectively. Angles made by true length of line with HP and VP respectively. With HP and VP respectively. So in this problem, theta equal to 45 degrees. Theta equal to 45 degrees. Phi equal to 30 degrees. That is given in the problem. With HP is theta, with VP is phi. Theta equal to 45 degrees, phi is 30 degrees. Next, alpha and beta are the angles made by reduced length of line with HP and VP respectively. reduced length of line with HP and VP respectively. Reduced length means if it is in this, see here, actual length is 75 visible in front view, but in the top view, we get reduced length 55 only. For 75 mm line looks like 55 mm line only. So this is true length, this is reduced length. This is in top view. So these are reduced lengths we call. Alpha and beta are angles made by reduced length of lines with HP and VP. So in this problem, alpha equal to 55 degrees, beta is 45 degrees. Alpha, that means with front view and top view. Alpha is the angle made by front view. Reduced length means front view, top view only. A dash, B dash and AB. Alpha angle made by front view 55 degrees. Beta angle made by top view 45 degrees. Now in this problem, the front view and top view of a 75 mm long line measures 50 mm and 60 mm. True lengths are given, reduced lengths are given here. Front view length is given 50 mm, top view length is given 60 mm, actual length is 75 mm. So in the previous problem, what is given? Length is 75 mm, this theta and phi 45 degrees, 30 degrees is given. Instead of 45 degrees and 30 degrees, in this problem, front view length and top view length are given. So instead of angles, by using these lengths, we need to draw the diagram. So first draw XY line. And its one end is at a distance of 20 mm from both HP and VP. So at 20 mm, you draw finger line, locus lines. Here also 20. Get two lines. So this line is locus of A dash. This is locus of A. Distance is how much? 20. This is also 20 from XY. So on this locus lines, we select any one point. Take one point here. And from this point, you draw the projector. Take another point here. This is A dash point, A dash. And this is A. A dash and A. Now, true length is 75 mm, but front view and top view lengths are 50 mm and 60 mm. So top view length, you put on this locus of A. If you see the previous problem, see, this is top view. This AB is the top view. This length AB and this AB1, both are same length. But only thing is, this B1 is rotated onto the locus of B. So this AB is the top view length. That is given in the problem now. This A dash, B dash is the front view length. This length is also given. So this AB, we don't know how much is the inclination. but this length AB and AB1 both are same. So we can put AB1 here first on the locus of A. Here also we can put A1, A dash, B2 dash on the locus of A dash. After that we can rotate in this direction. So first we put top view length on locus of A. How much is the top view length? 60 mm. So draw a line at 60. Here we get 1 point. Here also, how much is the front view length? 50 mm. I draw one line at 50 mm. 50. Now what is this point? B2. This is B1. Dash. If you see the notation in the earlier problem, you can understand. B1 dash. Front view and top view lengths 60 mm and 50 mm we put here. Now after that what we do? From this front view, we need to draw the projector into top view. Same way, from this top view, we need to draw projector into front view. Better you note down numbers, series 1, 2, 3, 4. Which line we draw first, which next. So after that, what we do? What is the actual length of line? 75 mm. So take 75 mm as radius. This is center. We draw one circle. This is center. Radius 75. This cuts the circle here. Trim the line. Next we put point. No, we want only this point. Just delete this one. Now through this also we need to draw a line. Locus. This is locus of B dash. Similarly, with A as center, 75 mm radius. A center, actual length of line is 75. 75 radius. We draw one in the circle. This circle cuts this projector at this point. Put point here. And remove this circle. Now again draw the line through this. Now this is locus of B dash. This is locus of B. We get locus of B dash and B. This is actual length of line. Now this point is, this is B2. So this is B2 dash. And this is B1 dash. So this point is B1. Get now. Finally, what we do? We know locus of B dash. We know the front view length A dash B1 dash. We just rotate this B1 dash point onto the locus of B dash. So to rotate, take circle. This as center. This as radius. So we get the point here. If you want clearly, draw arc after this. Starting point, center, end point. Same way, take A center, A B2 radius. We rotate this B2 onto the locus of B. A center, B2 radius. Put a point here, intersection. Remove this line. For clarity, you take this starting, center, end. Put an arc. Now, this point is B dash, and here this point is B. Final points we get. Now join A dash, B dash, A, B. And to cross check, B dash and B should be on the same projector. Draw a line. If these two are on the same line, the problem is correct. So these are the final. Okay, here angles are not given, only these lengths are given. Front view length given as 50, top view length is given as 60. In the previous problem, 45 degrees, 30 degrees is given, but here instead of that, 50, 60 are given. By using those, we draw this way. Okay. Stop here today. I will give 2 more problems. So just note down the problems. Otherwise, I will put in the classroom as assignment problems. You practice those 2 problems also. Please wait. I will take the attendance. See the number of absentees: 62, 75, 98, 105, 109, 111, 113, 118, 120.